What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Isn't it quiet in here? I think it's incredibly quiet in here. This thing is incredible. I mean, this thing is like, it's completely different from the Porsche. And I'm going to shoot a lot of videos in here, but I'm sure if I want to just jump in a car and be able to record some content without being interrupted, so to speak, this is definitely the car to do it. One thing I will say is that it rides super smooth. So whereas the Porsche is more sporty, this is definitely more stately. And I guess the hardest choice that Rita and I will have to make is when we go out to dinner, which car will we want to take? And it depends on the event, right? Depends on where we're going. This thing is so smooth. I love the lights all across. I love the leather, the Napa leather. Did you know that the sales guy, I don't know how true this is, but he seemed to be like, that's my guy. Like, I've been rocking with him. And he told me that this certain options in here, such as this leather, at this point, depending on when you order it, is no longer available. Now, I don't know how true that is, but it was definitely a great selling point. And I might even have to change the color of my LED lights, depending on what the vibes is. I do change the color of my Porsche, but you gotta experience it for yourself. You really do. I mean, even me, I'm sure that when me and Rita jump in this car, that I won't even sit in the front. Hopefully we'll have an additional passenger, and then they can sit in the front and I could just sit in the back and I could just relax. But this car is very, very stately. I'm actually just jumped off the live stream. I gotta go and get my daughter from school, so I'm on my way to go and pick up little Les. Shout out to Les. And I think that it was worth it. It was worth the wire. A lot of people can't understand why or how people can justify the costs that come along with some of these things, right? And for me, it's very simple. It's very easy and very simple. Once you've gotten to the point to where you bought your time back and you can afford to live life and continue to contribute to your net worth, then you can start buying the things that actually matter, right? Once your investments get to the point to where they can start paying for your lifestyle and your toys, then you can start spending the money. It's a simple equation, but most people still would never get out of that mindset because they can't possibly fathom, how can you spend $130,000, $140,000, $150,000, $160,000 for a car? Let me tell you something. I was thinking to myself, you know what, this may be it. Like, I don't need any more cars. I have the Porsche, I got the Tesla, we got the Benz. I mean, look at this thing. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. We got all of that, right? You got the headrests. So much space. Look at that. You got all of that. It's the red guts. The red guts, the white color, this diamond white, it does it for me. But I was thinking to myself, yeah, this is it. I don't need no more. Actually, when I bought my Porsche, I was thinking to myself, I don't need any more. I'm straight. I don't need to buy any more. And then they called me with this yesterday, and I was like, yes, I gotta have it. Like, let me come in and check it out. Once I looked at it, I'm like, I gotta have it. But I'm gonna just tell you, I was thinking to myself, like, this is cool for now, but we might have to get us a Maybach. I'm just telling you, we may have to get us a Maybach. And yes, we are still going to buy the Pistons. Yes, we are still going to take over the world. Shout out to my Patreon members. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We building a new business out probably, I don't know. Right now we down to 3 locations. We don't know if we're going to do it in Metro Detroit, Atlanta, or Miami, but we building a brick and mortar business. I'm taking people through the process of how to build this business out in every aspect of it, how to negotiate the leases, all of that, right? But shout out to the Patreon members. Make sure you join a tribe of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, right? So that we can make sure that you run the numbers up too, because we don't want to be rich by ourselves. We don't want to be in a space to where it's all us and then you just sitting on the outside looking in. No, we invite you in and we give all of the game, all of the information, the type of money I make, all that type of stuff is in there, right? And I work very, very hard. And so you get what you earn, you get what you deserve, you get what you put into. That's what it is. Like, you have to keep pushing, you have to keep grinding, and you have to get to the point to where you're not worried about money anymore. The biggest goal for us, or for me specifically, is how much money can I keep? Because then you start generating so much revenue that you got to start building more businesses, and you incentivize. That's the thing that people don't understand, is that when you get to a certain level, you're literally incentivized to start investing more, because otherwise you got to give it to the government. Now, I'd rather me spend it than they spend it. That's for sure. I'm not about to let them spend it. I'd rather me spend it. And so that's the whole goal. That's what we do it for. We do it so that we can do the things that we want to do versus doing the things that we have to do. And it's levels. Actually, I'm dropping a Patreon exclusive this weekend, and we're doing a Lapeef Less talk show over in Houston. So if you don't have tickets for that, make sure you tap in. And then we're doing a Patreon meetup in Las Vegas, and that's going to be absolutely awesome. It's so quiet in here. It is. It's quiet. This car is so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Shout out to Mercedes. I've never owned a Mercedes before. I've owned a lot of cars. I've never owned a Mercedes, but this thing is beautiful. Even the LED screen that they got right here, right? I mean, this thing is gorgeous. And it's a lot that I have to learn about this car, and I have to understand it, and I have to go through it and figure it out. Oh, snaps, they got two of them. I wonder if both of them go back. I don't know a lot about the S-Class, but I'll spend some time getting to know it, and there will be plenty of videos that come on both of my channels that go through it so that you guys can experience it along with me. And then, obviously, if we doing the work, then you're going to go and get you one too, right? Or maybe we can go and get the EQS, the electric version. Either way, we got options, baby. We got options, baby. Hey, listen, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. If you a dusty, stay focused on playing in the mud. If you a bag chaser, let's continue to run it up. We love you. We appreciate you. And I always salute. Let me just say this one more thing before we get up out of here. I'm always saluting the people that's always making an effort to do things great. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's coming as a result of you networking and trying to build great relationships, if you're trying to win when it comes to finances in corporate America, if you're trying to build up your businesses, anything you're trying to do, if you're trying to get your fitness on, anything that you're doing that's leading to positivity and growth, that's what we all about. An abundance mindset. Bag chasing is not just going to get the money. Bag chasing is doing the thing that's going to add the most value to our lives, understanding that the money come with it. That's what bag chasing is all about. I love you. I appreciate you. And cars are meant to be driven, not babied. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.